Iran has unveiled two new missiles, a surface-to-surface ballistic missile and a naval cruise missile. The missiles are named after Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, who had been commander of the country's Quds Force, and Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis, who was an Iraqi militia leader. Viewers may note that both of these leaders were killed in a U.S. drone strike in Baghdad, Iraq on January 3, 2020. Details of the weapons were revealed by Iranian state TV on August 20, 2020, which is Iran's National Defense Industry Day. The new ballistic missile has a solid-fuel rocket motor and is claimed to have a range of 1,400 kilometers, or 870 miles. An Iranian state TV stated that the missile has been tested against an undisclosed air defense system, successfully evading interception. And it's also said to be accurate enough to fall within 16 feet of its designated target. The new naval cruise missile reportedly has truck-mounted launcher and is claimed to have a range of 1,000 kilometers or 621 miles. This missile will most likely be used for coastal defense role against enemy ships. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer All Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. Israeli Air Force F-16C and D Barak fighter jets are flying aside their Luftwaffe Eurofighter Typhoons in the skies over Germany. This is the first time that Israeli warplanes have ever taken part in an exercise in Germany. The maneuvers have started from the 17th and will end on the 28th of August. Israeli Air Force IAF aircraft taking part in the joint exercise arrived at Norvenich Air Base near Cologne in the west of Germany on August 17, 2020. Viewers may note that the station is home to the Luftwaffe's Tactical Air Wing 31, which is equipped with Eurofighter Typhoon multi-role combat jet. The Israeli contingent includes 6 Barak fighter jets, along with Boeing 707 tanker aircraft, and 2 Special Missions Gulfstream G550 aircraft. It's to be noted that last summer, IAF Commander Major General Amikam Norkin visited Germany to help develop cooperation between the two countries' air forces. Reports have emerged that 2 U.S. MQ9 Reaper drones reportedly collided in Syria. As of now, it's unclear if those were engaged by militants on the ground. This incident comes after reports of Reapers being spotted in the country's western Idlib province in the past few days, and the latest strike in that region involving an AGM-114R9X missile. The MQ9 Reaper is currently the mainstay of U.S. Air Force drone operations and has replaced Predator drones. It's interesting to note that Reapers armed with secretive AGM-114R9X have been used in Syria about a half dozen times to take out high-value targets. AGM-114R9X has no official renders or specifications available in the public domain, and Central Intelligence Agency, as well as the Pentagon, have been closely guarding its existence. Boeing has been flying an FA-18E and F Super Hornet off a ground-based ski jump at Naval Air Station Patuxent River in Maryland. This is part of an effort to validate that the aircraft can operate from short takeoff but arrested recovery, stow bar, configured aircraft carriers, such as the IMS Vikramaditya and the future INS Vikrant of the Indian Navy. Reports indicate that the Indian Ministry of Defense is looking to acquire the FA-18 ENF Super Hornet, and around 36 could be ordered. The company has previously announced plans to begin this ski jump flight test program in February. Dan Gillian, Vice President of the Super Hornet program, said in an interview with Indian defense news and analysis site Live Fist in 2017, "We've done a lot of simulation work with the Indian Navy to better understand their requirements, and we feel comfortable that the Super Hornet can operate from all their carriers, both the ones fielded today and the ones in the future." Taiwanese television broadcasted a military exercise video simulating the island coming under attack from China and repulsing it. The film, produced by the Defense Ministry, showed troops firing anti-aircraft, anti-tank, and anti-ship missiles in defense of the island against a mock invasion from across the Taiwan Strait. Taiwan Strait is tactically significant as it separates Taiwan from China. In a statement accompanying the film, which was released on Facebook and released to the media on Thursday, the ministry said Beijing should not underestimate Taiwan's determination to defend itself. Directly pointing out Chinese provocation and intimidation, the ministry said, "The most egotistical country can thoughtlessly provoke a war, and the most ignorant government can be caught in the flames of war." It added further, "It would have only the effect of triggering the wrath and the antipathy of Taiwan's people, and hurt peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait." Reports have emerged that shows that the Russian military is significantly lengthening the runway at Negerskoye Air Base. With this change, the base could accommodate powerful combat aircraft like MiG-31 Foxhound. The base is the northernmost military outpost and is located in the Arctic region. As the ice caps melt in the Arctic, it will become economically viable to navigate. Russia is gearing up to monetize the potentially lucrative Northern Sea Route (NSR) as the Barents Sea and Arctic thaw faster than anticipated. Northern Sea Route could make connectivity between Europe and Asia 40% faster, cheaper, more fuel efficient, and greener. Russia will lose land as the ice melts, but it may gain nearly 1.2 million square kilometers in its continental shelf, which means it will have the right to extract undersea minerals and energy resources. Russia is building up its military presence in the region at a rapid pace to protect its interests. It now has 7 bases along the shipping route, the latest being Northern Plover on Kotelny Island, deep inside the Arctic. The Russian naval activities in the region have increased many folds. The Pentagon approved 5 small drone makers to sell their products to the U.S. military and federal agencies starting in September. The project, coined Blue Small Unmanned Aircraft Systems (SUAS), is the result of an 18-month effort by the Defense Innovation Unit to provide trusted, secure SUAS to the U.S. military. Michael Kratsios, acting Undersecretary of Defense for Research and Engineering, said in a statement Thursday, "Blue SUAS represents a tremendous first step toward building a robust and trusted UAS domestic industrial base that ensures sustained delivery of highly capable, secure UAS to the warfighters that depend on it. Blue SUAS showcases how we can both work with small, non-traditional companies and our allies and partners to quickly pilot cutting-edge technologies that support our mutual defense." The U.S. Interior Department announced in February that it was grounding its entire fleet of DJI drones used by it. The reason is that components in the drones could potentially be used for spying. This move was actually an extension of an order of last year that was taken due to the concerns that drones made in China could expose sensitive data. Analysts in the US think that potential security vulnerabilities in Chinese drones could be used by Chinese military to get access to information gathered by the drones in the US homeland.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.